10 survivors try to escape the desert by building an airplane from scrap metal to help the plane take off. They pull it to a flat clearing, but no one can be certain whether their modified plane will fly. And worse yet, they only have 5 ignition sticks left. If they use them all without starting the engine, they'll be stranded in the desert forever. Jack, carrying everyone's hopes, approaches the plane. Under his companion's watchful eyes, Jack enters the cockpit, installing the remaining ignition sticks. His companions rotate the propeller from the front after confirming the engine is in position. Jack attempts the first ignition. The first attempt clearly fails. The hopeful group instantly becomes discouraged. Jack flips the switch again. The engine's propeller begins turning slowly. Seeing this, Jack gradually increases the fuel. Under his operation, the engine begins running at high speed. But before his companions can celebrate, the spinning engine gradually stops. Jack quickly tries a third start, but the engine behaves just like before. The people in front of the plane are disappointed, believing there's no hope of leaving the desert. At this moment, Jack realizes there might be debris in the cylinder, which is why multiple ignition attempts have failed. He needs to use one ignition stick to clear the debris, but if he does this, they'll have only one ignition stick left. With his companion's encouragement, Jack presses the start switch a 4th time. The sight terrifies his companions to escape the desert alive. They can only put their hope in Jack. Under his companion's expectant gaze, Jack activates the final ignition stick, then carefully controls the throttle. Watching the slowly turning engine, his companions begin to pray, hoping the engine will start successfully. As the engine spins rapidly, the people on the ground celebrate wildly. Jack excitedly tells everyone to board. Since the plane was built by hand, there are no seats. They can only lie flat on the wings. But just as they get ready, on a distant sand dune, a row of dark figures appears. It's a group of local bandits. The bandits charge down the slope, rapidly approaching their plane. Jack immediately tells everyone to hold tight. He steps on the throttle to start. The plane begins to move, but the pursuing bandits raise their weapons, shooting at the plane. Bullets cut the cables controlling the vertical tail, with the tail no longer functioning. The plane cannot leave the ground, and not far ahead is a cliff. If they fail to take off, everyone will perish. Seeing this, one companion immediately climbs to the plane's tail, struggling to reconnect the severed cable, but the plane has already reached the cliff. Just when the bandits think the plane has crashed, the aircraft suddenly flies up from below the cliff. The 10 people finally escape the desert successfully.